Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna introduce this really useful chart. This is like kind of training aged program chart. What age we should start the skills, then what age you should master the skills, something like that. This chart helps coaching gymnastics a lot, and there are so many interesting things here. So let's check it out with me in this video. Okay, let's go. Okay, first let me introduce how to get here. You search FIG, then you get FIG website, then click the education, then click here like aged program, something like that, then click English to get this PDF. There are 123 pages, and at the end of we can see this chart. And this chart looks like this. This is floors 1. Left side is the skills name, then at the top we can see the gymnast ages 6 years old to 7 years old to 18 years old, and level of performance is like beginner, advanced, performer, junior, elite junior, senior, something like that. Then you can see like here forward roll 6 to 7 years old. Then you can see 4 quarter, something like this. So let me explain what this. So you need to know this chart. Here let's see the left side of this chart, level of running. Then you can see like 4 quarter at the bottom. So this means like you are perfectly mastered the skill like 100%. Then if you see above the level of running 0, this means like you don't even know the skill. Then if you learn the skills, then the level of running will be 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 2/3, 3 quarters, something like that. Then there are stages or conditions or something like this. 1 quarter, 2/3 is running stage that you just focus on running. Then the condition is in phases without training assistance is like spot. Then you can do alone like without support. Then 3 quarters is like without connections or combination. You can actually do the skills, then start putting in the routine. Then there are some description. This right one, this is you can see like okay, in this stage you just do training. And here is like you shouldn't put routine yet. This is like average. Then this is like high. If you put the skill in the routine, you shouldn't have problem. Yeah, let's remember this. Then let's start checking from floor. Yeah, forward roll is like 4 quarters. That means like you can start working on it without support. Then you should be able to master that in first year. Then there are some skills that you should start working on it. There are 9 of them. We start working on cartwheel here. Then you should take 2 years to master that. Then round off is like you should take 3 years. We also start handspring or flick flag. This is like back handspring. As you can see, we need 4 years to master them. And this is interesting, the handstand that takes 5 years, much longer than handspring or back handspring. And this one, backwards roll to handstand. Then actually this is right, like we need good strength and basic to be able to do back roll to handstand. So this could take a little longer to master this skill. And the interesting stuff in floor is like from 16 years old to 18 years old, this right side of the chart, you can see individual technical training. That means like depends on gymnasts, there are different skills that you should working on. And that means like you should be able to do these all basic stuff by you are 16 years old, then you are ready to build your own routine. Okay, let's check pommel horse. Pommel horse from 6 years old, we start double leg circles on mushroom. Then second year is like Thomas flares on mushroom or double leg circles on pommels, something like that. Honestly, in my opinion, this is a little bit too early to start circles on pommels. But like this is like something the FIG shows. depends on coaching style. This could be a little different. The interesting stuff in this chart is here, Spindle. This takes the longest to master. Even this takes longer than this combination of elements is like flop or combine stuff. So this is really interesting. And as you can see, like we spend so much time on circles. Depends on where you do circles or something like that. We start mushroom to pommels or one handles, something like that. So this is really interesting. The rings, the interesting part of this is the age that you start rings. It's like 9 to 10 years old. And I honestly agree with this because for running rings we need enough strength to working on it. Actually swing technique we can work on it on high bar, so we don't have to do both of them at the same time. Especially for beginner level, we don't have much training time, maybe 2 hours a day or something like that, and maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So we have no time to train on each appearance. So we have to pick up the specific events to work on it. And another interesting part is here, swing forward and backward in hang. This is like, swing to handstand. Then as you can see, that takes 7 years to master swing to handstand. So you have to expect that this might take 7 years to get handstand, something like that. And honestly, like around me, like they are like Japanese gymnasts, they would be able to go to handstand within 5 or 6 years. So this is a kind of in general. If the gymnast is talented or something, this time would be much shorter. The next is vaults. The interesting part is this. There are so many stuff for running or jump or how to kick the springboard and landing stuff, something like that. And you can see the skills stuff, technical stuff here, but we start working only when we are 8 to 9 years old. So this is a little bit late, and I agree with this because so many stuff we start working on it is front tuck or front handspring, but if you cannot do this on the floor, so we can't work on it very well on both. So from 6 years old to 8 years old, we can specifically work on how to run, how to jump, how to land, that kind of basic stuff on both. The next is pivots. It's really simple and interesting and useful stuff. Here is like the Stutz and Diaminov. So this takes around 7 or 6 years, something like that. So we have to expect this might take that much long to working on it. And there are so many steps for working on giant, that kind of stuff. And the interesting stuff here is there's no tippet stuff here. So I like to add tippet here. Then the last one is high bar. From 6 to 7 years old, we can start working on high bar. The basic stuff is like swing or something like that. And interesting stuff is this flying element has 2 categories. The category 1 is Ginger, Tokachev, Uyega. So these are something that we don't need much strength to working on it. And as you can see, we can start working on it from 10 years old or something. Then category 2 is like Kovacs, Gaylord, Def, Winkler, something that we need more strength or we need more technique stuff to working on it. So if you are struggling what really skill you should start, then maybe you can make this kind of chart that something that we don't need strength and we need strength, then we can start working on it in different ages. Yeah, that's it. This is the training chart, and this is really helpful to making our training plan. But honestly, there are so many stuff that I wanna change, so maybe you can make your own chart like this. I made it. Then that helps your coaching better. And if you have something you wanna change or this must be wrong or something like that, please comment below. Then we can talk about how to make this chart better. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you in next video. Okay, see ya.